All right, Dr. Tom Mueller here from the Communication Department at Appalachian State University. This is an all-new event for me in many ways today. It's my first ride at the new Tannery Knob mountain bike park in Johnson City. Been reading about it for years. And it's also my first time trying a GoPro. I've been testing it, but first time I mounted it on my helmet. So I thought I'd give it a ride. I want to thank the Communication Department. They funded this product for me and allowed me to use it. So here I am, top of the world, Johnson City, Tennessee. Taking a look around here a little bit. Looks pretty good. Checking out what we've got here. I guess some rocks. And I'm not using the maps. I think there's like 5 mile of trail in here. I'm not attempting to use the maps or anything on the loops. I'm just going to explore a little bit today and take a ride through. I've looked at videos online, checked it out, and if you notice the trail surface, this is the type of thing I'm looking for. I'm 62 years old, been riding about 35 years, but of course when you get a bit older, you don't want to take hard falls or break anything, and mountain biking can be a little difficult. So I look for these new mountain bike parks with machine cut trails. They come in with equipment that actually cuts it down pretty nice and smooth. I guess you can imagine my riding now, I call it woods touring. I'm not really big on shredding or jumping or whatever, but I enjoy being in the woods and still being a mountain biker. And I would suggest that it's a great opportunity for a lot of people because the sport so many times is marketed just for elites. And it doesn't have to be. There's 90% of the market, I think, are people that would just like to enjoy the woods experience, but don't necessarily want to be jumping cliffs. So it doesn't have to be that way. I'm riding in here today. As you can see, if you just sit on the seat, I set my suspension really light, spongy. I'm riding a 2008 Specialized Camber carbon mountain bike, full suspension front and rear, SRAM 11 speed. So I'm going to pull off here and come on through.
You go ahead.
You sure? I'm warming up here a little bit. Thanks.
I'm just learning it, so
So am I. I've never been here before, and I'm trying a new GoPro camera. Everything's new. So I'm just riding around here today and checking things out. Always, one thing about cycling, it's always good to be considerate and compassionate to others. Sometimes cyclists get a bad reputation of being rude, arrogant, looking down on many times a slower rider or walkers or hikers, people with dogs. Always good to be kind, be pleasant. Treat people like you're enjoying the woods experience together, okay? So, here we go, and I'm just, I think it was before I got stopped there. This is what they call a one-by bike. It's only got one chain ring up front. That's rather new recently. So you've got one chain ring up front, so there's no front chain ring shifting. Only in back, 11 speeds in back to change the gears. And of course you got to shift in lower gears to climb some hills. I like a little rolling, modulating terrain, but I don't need anything really super steep up and down. Again, there's no need to take chances if you don't have to. So right now I'm just getting used to it. I've been traveling up in Wisconsin. I spend a lot of time helping my mom out, and as a professor I can work from remote locations in the summer, and I like to go out. Now see, here we see some turnoffs. Some are marked easier, some are marked harder. I'm just exploring around a little bit here. I like to, first one I ride, I see the easiest mark. I like that. I need to warm up a long time. On a mountain bike, I just don't feel confident always in my balance right off the start and how I'm riding. And like I said, I've been up in Wisconsin for 2 months. I've been road riding, but I haven't been on this mountain bike. So definitely I'm taking some time I can tell the bike's been sitting because the hydraulic brakes, this has got hydraulic disc brakes, they feel real sluggish. I think it's almost like the hydraulics are sludged up. Might need some service work at the shop. So nonetheless, right here, easiest markings, very, very rideable. I think anybody could come in here. You surely wouldn't need a highly expensive bike to ride this type of terrain. But nonetheless, I think I'm gonna just take a spin through here for you. Tannery Knob Mountain Bike Park in Johnson City, Tennessee. Really thankful to be in this part of the country. I've been at Appalachian State. I'm an advertising professor. I teach a lot of data, marketing, analytics type work. Pretty much able to come and go as I please on these type of... Hi, how are you?
Oh well.
Good, good. I'm gonna pull off here again. Always let other riders come through. Morning.
Morning.
Hey. I'm in no hurry, so let the other riders go. I don't mind moving off. So it's nice to have the time. I teach. I really enjoy teaching students about advertising and consumer behavior, but on weekends I'm allowed to travel and take trips. I live in Boone, North Carolina, rather remote. It's about 90 minutes down here to Johnson City, but it's fun. Come down here, ride for a few hours, a couple hours, probably do some shopping. This video is just about showing you how it can be. I mean, there's so many shred, high-speed mountain bike videos out there, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can come and meet a couple friends, come out and just ride and be part of the mountain bike community. But I think what I had to learn as I aged out a bit is you just got to be okay with it. You got to be okay at your place in the sport. And if you're not, trying to keep up, and by the way, that's the fastest way to get hurt, is to attempt to try to keep up the people that are faster than you are. I ride alone quite a bit. Here come some riders coming in, and I'm gonna let them go in. And now usually trail etiquette would say those that are now see, I got to get off and walk here because I stopped on a hill, but trail etiquette would say if you're climbing up, you should get the right of way to people coming down. But I don't care. It's just the way it is. A lot of times, there's ego in these sports. And, whoops. This is when you're 62 and just having a good time. If you got to get off and walk, that's okay. A lot of times I will get off, and if I see any terrain at all that I feel is dangerous, I will get off and walk. It's just okay, in the old days, we used to always say things about clearing sections, but not anymore. Morning. Hey. So what I did there, here you see I just did one little quick loop